Sean Penn, simultaneously anti-woke, whilst also being pro-establishment. God, this guy. Seriously, this guy. Mental. Sean Penn celebrates freedom of expression at Marrakech tribute. Quote, I would encourage everybody to be as politically incorrect as their heart desires. Not when it's on Ukraine and Russia, though, hey, mate. Not when it's on the vaccine, though, hey, mate. Only when it's on the approved narrative where you can be politically incorrect, hey, mate. This guy's a clown. This guy's an absolute clown. So I'm going to take a look at this. This just came out and it's just so funny to me anyway. But first I want to bring your mind back to this. Way back yonder in August 21st, 2021. Sean Penn doubles down on vaccination request. Wasn't really a request actually. He mandated it for the entire movie he was working on. He wouldn't return unless everyone was vaccinated. So I just want to cast your mind back to this. All right, ladies and gents. All right. Sean Penn remains committed to his previous comments on the vaccine, and it should be mandatory for all. I'm so grateful that audiences, and yes, we'll come around to that, I would request only vaccinated audiences have an opportunity to see this theatrically. You what? It's rare these days to have something that is exclusively theatrical. Eventually it will stream, and that's a better time for the unvaccinated to see it. Though I think I'll probably offend them out of that choice. So Penn made his stance clear in July when he stated that he would not return to the set of Gaslit, the Watergate drama in which he plays Attorney General John Mitchell, until the entire crew was vaccinated. And at the August 11th premiere of his new film Flag Day, Penn said, quote, I do request people who are not vaccinated don't go to the cinemas. Stay home until you're convinced of these very clearly safe vaccines. Alright. I didn't want to feel complicit in something that was taking care of one group and not the other. And I do believe that everybody should get vaccinated. I believe it should be mandatory, like turning your headlights on in the car at night. Interesting. In fact, he also compared it to pointing a gun at people. Sean Penn compares being unvaccinated to pointing a gun in somebody's face. Right. Oh, okay. Interesting. Very, very interesting. So, let's get back to this nonsense about he wants people to be politically incorrect. Unless, of course, it goes against the approved establishment narrative. Oh, hit subscribe, by the way, ladies and gents. Got to say it, lots of people watch the channel who are not subscribed. You keep coming back. I can see it on my analytics. So if you could just hit that subscribe button, that would be such a massive help. And you can also support the channel further via my Patreon, which is linked down below in the description box. Cheers. Anyway, so this is just a good bit of fun anyway, but it just goes to show the hypocrisy of Hollywood morons. The Oscar-winning actor made an impassioned plea for people, quote, to be as politically incorrect as their heart desires. Coming from the person that literally had his non-profit organisation working to vaccinate the entire US. Really? Piss off, mate. While being honoured with an award on Saturday during a glitzy gala night at Morocco's Marrakech Film Festival, where guests included Luca Guadagnino, Monica Bellucci, Tim Burton, Justin Kurzel, Jeff Nichols, Alfonso Cuarón and Walter Salles. For those of you with any familiarity with me and what has been my life, you'll understand that I don't often miss the opportunity to say an opinion. And I have one opportunity to do so tonight in celebration of this incredible group of people that this festival brings together. Penn went on to reference the so-called Monk debate about political correctness held in 2018 between British multi-hyphenate Stephen Fry and clinical psychologist Jordan Peterson in Toronto. Stephen Fry was giving a kind of closing argument, and it's so important to film that we remember this. While Stephen is a very progressive-minded person, he criticised the Liberals on the other side of the aisle for what that liberalism has become in the United States. Around the world, there is this demand for diversity, but not diversity of behaviour and not diversity of opinion or language. I would just encourage everybody to be as politically incorrect as their heart desires, and to engage diversity and to keep telling those stories and I'm very proud and happy to be here. Thank you. Alright. Penn received the award from Italian actor Valeria Golino, with whom he's been close friends with ever since she appeared in his 1991 directorial debut, The Indian Runner. Penn, who's a two-time Oscar winner for Milk and Mystic River, more recently co-directed the Ukraine doc Superpower establishment narrative. Oh, sorry, what's this? And will soon be seen in anthology film War Through the Eyes of Animals? What's that, I hear you ask? Whose main protagonists are animals suffering from the terrible Russia-Ukraine conflict. Bet that's absolutely going to be pro-establishment rhetoric there. The event's homage marks Penn's first appearance. I mean, what an absolute pleb this guy is. Just to reiterate, ladies and gents, this is him. Beyond his public statements, Penn has also been involved in efforts to increase vaccine access through his non-profit organisation, Community Organised Relief Effort, CORE. I accidented into what became CORE because of going down to Haiti the first time. And then with vaccination and testing, that was just an extension of the work that we'd been doing down there. We're vaccinating now in Haiti and, of course, responding to the recent earthquake in the southwest. When asked what he'd say to those who remain unvaccinated, Penn told CNN that there are two categories regarding who he called vax-resistant people. Can't have diversity when it comes to that though, can ya? There are those that, once the FDA gives full approval, will go forward with it. And there are those who have become entrenched in a kind of radical libertarianism and an identity of politic that has sort of perversely turned this issue into something that forgets that in the United States of America, in our entire history, it's all based on being independent because we understand independency. That didn't make sense, you're talking shit. The entire history of successful things in this country, and if we're going to continue with successful things, if we're going to take some of the great lessons that have been learned in the last year, some of the extraordinary movements, George Floyd... Oh, so you support BLM as well then? Diversity of opinion? Yeah, all of what's happening societally. If we're going to take the good parts of that and move it forward, we're going to do it independently. Oh, interdependently. And I think vaccination is the beginning of that, given that it's such a threat now to business, to lifestyle, to life here and around the world. Yeah, I mean, it was as much of a threat as you made it, to be fair. It's all disappeared now, hasn't it? So, yeah. Anyway, Sean Penn. Diversity of be politically incorrect. Piss off.